What's up, everybody? I'm Frankie Biggz. Thank you for stopping by to my channel. Today, we are going to be doing an album review in honor of the birthday boy, Suga of BTS. That's right. His birthday is this month on the 9th. So we are putting out some videos to compliment this man and his talent and basically his, I don't know, his gift of music, the majesty of music that is Suga. So today we're going to be looking at his album D-Day from tip to top, all 10 tracks. Here with my beautiful producer, Miss Irene B. Miss Irene B, are you there?
I'm here.
All right. So I'm pretty excited for this. Getting to know more about these guys as we truck along. So without further ado, let's get to this record. This is Suga's D-Day. And Miss Producer, Mrs., because we married, what is the first song?
The first song is called D-Day.
Okay.
Can you see it in the...
I can see it. Yep.
All right. So we're going for it.
All right, let's go. Let's want to count it down. Wow. I mean, first thing is that I love the track. The track is dope. Those 808s are killing it. Even through these little headphones, man, I can tell that it's definitely killing it. I like the flow a lot, man. It's got that traditional pop sound to it as far as the way that it's mixed. It's mixed real bright, real beautiful, but it still has that gutter track. It still has that gutter drums. You know what I mean? Like it's super loud and just like really, really in your face a lot. So the mix of this is just amazing. And of course the mastering, when it's something is mixed really, really well, the mastering guy is just a very, very happy individual because there's just so much more range that they can do to push that master to be a lot louder. And in this case, you can hear that there was a lot of attention being given to the subtones of those 808 kick drums. His lyrics, man, I dig it, man. I understand a little bit as I was reading it that in some ways it's kind of like he's wanting to tell off his haters, but at the same point, he's like, let's see you prove it. You know what I mean? Push your chest out and prove everything that you say that you're going to be. If you do it, cool. If not, then you're just a scrub, basically. I'm paraphrasing, but I get it. D-Day. I mean, there's so many different takes on D-Day and what it means, but D-Day for me has always been like, obviously it's referencing D-Day from the storming of Normandy Beach and World War II and all that. But the whole point with D-Day was basically a deadline day. Like, here's the deadline. And it seems kind of like in so many ways, that's what he's kind of telling his haters and his enemies. Like, D-Day's coming. When it comes, it's going to be a bitch. You know what I mean? Karma is a bitch. We'll see how you handle it from that point. So that's the takeaway that I am taking away from the lyrics as they're going by as I'm reading them. Other than that, overall, the track is really cool. I really, really dig the way that his vocals are sitting in the track. It doesn't sound like it's a track and then his vocals on top of it. You can hear there's a lot of, and those are more mix kind of things that, how do you say it? Those are mixed tricks, I guess you can say, with being able to infuse the vocal into part of the music, the composition, and it just makes it sound smooth from beginning to the end. So very, very cool tune. I dig it. Dig the words, the vibe, real old school trap. I'm not calling the track old school. I'm saying the vibe of it, and I really, really dig it. It still works for today. Okay, that's my take on that song. Number 2, what do we got?
Number 2, you've already heard before, but you got it. Now we have the lyrics here, so you can pay a little more attention to that too. It's called Hagum.
Hang on, let's go. Man, so the last 8 bars of that track, I just love the way that they transitioned the 808 kicks. They're already distorted, but then the way that they transitioned it by actually taking it out of that low, more of a high pass filter, and then kind of bringing it back again, and it just gives it more presence, more distortion. So yeah, I really like that. Again, we're at that trap sound, very very typical in the drum sounds here. Definitely a take off the old FL Studios, the 808 snare drum with the 808 clave together. That seemed to be a really signature sound back starting in the early 2000s. Excuse me. So I dig it. You know what I mean? I how many years ago was this record, Irene?
This is 2023.
2023. Okay, so we're not that far back. Well, regardless, again, what I'm getting as far as the sound between the first tune and this one is there's just a lot of continuity, which I really, really dig. And some of the other members in some of their albums, J.K. with Jimin actually being one of the examples, like you could tell that there was how do I say, like different producers, I guess you can say, or maybe done in different studios or different mixing guys because the songs weren't they didn't have the continuity like this does. So far, each tune sounds so far in just 2 songs, they sound like there was a lot of continuity that was put forth to it, which is really, really cool. Besides, on this record, El Capitan, I believe, is helped in one of these tunes, didn't he? Did he help in the whole record, or is it just one particular song?
I think actually Hagum may have El Capitan as producer. No, in this Hagum is produced by him by himself.
Yeah.
The one we heard before, D-Day. The one we have before, no, has somebody named Vincent Invincible Watson and Two Live.
Right. Well, there's that basically solidifies what I'm saying that the mastering to this and the mixing, they did very well at keeping basically the continuity in the mixing part of it and then finishing it off with a master that sounded like from one song to the next, from the beginning to the end, that everything was really fluid. The continuity so far is really, really good. So, with that said, let's get to the third one. What do we got next, Irene B?
This is Huh,
Okay.
featuring J Hope.
All right, let's go. J Hope. Let's do it.
You wanna be like homie. This is you wanna be like.
Okay, so again, continuity very important. But so far, these tracks, all 3 of them, it almost feels like if you were to mix these together, like as a DJ, you could actually go one right into the other. It sounds like they're the same BPM. I don't know. I don't want to say that there's the same key because I don't remember the same key. I don't remember the keys of the other tracks, but they sound similar. The beats and everything, some of the drums. So yeah, it's first 2 were cool. This third one is really cool too. As far as what J Hope is saying in the chorus, I a lot of the stuff in this interpretation here, I didn't really understand it as much. But from what I am gathering from what I was reading, it sounded like he was basically saying, "You really don't know anything about me. And you say a lot. It seems that you think you know a lot about me, but you really don't know shit. Because if you did know about me, you would know that I'm not anything you say that I am. You know what I mean? I'm about like there was a line in there that I thought was really cool, which was something to the effect of, and I'll paraphrase it, but I'm gonna be as close as I can be with the line. My memory is whacked sometimes, but it basically said to, how am I putting this line? To liberate all the taboos. Like, let yourself go, whatever you think is taboo or whatever you think is wrong or whatever you think society tells you it's wrong, everything else. It's time to liberate those things and just basically live free. Don't limit yourself, basically, is what I'm hearing from this. Also, again, a double shot towards his haters in a way, like basically fuck you for everything that you've said about me, for all the doubt, for all the pressure that you've put on me. Because of all that pressure, though, I've been able to dominate, and not only dominate, but anything that I say is going to make the news. So, I mean, there's a little bit of braggadocious there, but it's not really bragging in the way that he's saying, you thought I'd be nothing, and now I'm a big something. So you didn't give a shit about me back then. Now all of a sudden you seem to know a lot about me. So what else do you want to say about me? Like, what else is there, basically? So it's cool. It's kind of a ending, the ending scene of 8 Mile, where Eminem basically says, here, tell these people something that they don't know about me. So it has that kind of a flow to it. It has that kind of a vibe. It gives me that 8 Mile vibe, which I think is cool. And I've said in the past that I think that between Suga and Eminem, I think strongly that they do need to do something, because, man, to hear him, the way he flowed, especially on the first song, man, he went off. I forgot to say that, but he just goes off. Just the way he's flowing and just really, really comfortable with, like, laying back on some lines and even pushing forward in a way where it almost doesn't seem like it fits, but he rounds it off to fit. That's just talent. So M does a lot of that stuff, man. I think that him and M would be cool. That'd be a really, really good thing. But concerning this song, continuity's still there. Now I'm at the point where, all right, that's 3 songs in. Hopefully the next, tunes are going to be somewhat different from each other. So what do we got now, Rini B?
This is Amygdala. You've already heard it before, but here we have the lyrics, so you can maybe see the lyrics and get into it a little bit more.
Let's go. So I like that song a lot. I like the chorus. Now, the lyrics aren't, the translation is not doing the lyrics any justice, because these are the moments that I wish I understood Korean, because I know that he's saying some pretty prolific shit. I know that it is. The translation is not, it's not doing the, how do I say this? Because I don't want to sound mean. It's not doing the job it should be, meaning that trying to make sense of what he was saying was kind of weird, because it seemed like there was 2 things happening. There seems like there was him talking about somebody that he doesn't know this person's name. I'm going to say that's a she. He doesn't know her name, but wants to know how she is. And then basically him going through a really sad part in his life. Like, he's really, and that basically tracks, because that's pretty much what El Capitan was saying in the All K interview, that, it was at that point in time when he was working on that record, that they both were in a really, really dark moment in their life. So a lot of that record was kind of done in that way. Like, it was done in a dark mode, or a dark mood. Now, once the breakdown happens and he starts to rap, he starts to talk about, his mother and her heart issues, and that he found out that his dad had liver cancer. So, I mean, you can understand why the depression, that would depress anybody too. So, but then going back to, I don't know your name, I don't know, that's where we get a little confused there. I get confused because I don't know exactly poetically what he's saying, which is what is like, fuck, man, I wish I knew Korean because I'd be able to understand a little better what he's saying. But over and all, performance wise, and what lyrics I did see, I'll say they were very poetic and they made sense enough for me to understood a little bit of what he was saying, and I guess make it more profound. I processed it in statements that I think that he's saying, and I'm processing it as these are pretty profound, very poetic statements. One day I'll know the impact of them. So for now, though, I dig it. I dig it. I love, again, I love the way that it's mixed, the way that it's mastered. Everything sounds really, really, really good. I think overall, my only thing, I could have used a little more guitar, just a little more volume on the guitar, but nothing to complain about. Nothing to complain about. All right. That was number 4. This is number 5, correct?
Yes, number 5 is coming up, and that was actually produced by El Capitan Amygdala. So
That song.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense because of what El Capitan was talking about as far as them having that moment where it's just sad. You know what I mean? It's just a really, really, really sad tune. I can see it. It kind of it hits me in the feels too when he's saying that I don't know your name. So it just can reference a lot of different memories and stuff. Okay, next, what do we got?
Okay, so this is SDL.
SDL.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about you.
Very, very good tune. Very good tune. All right. Well, I definitely like this tune. I like the SWV throwback, the boom, dum, 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 like the Rhodes, that Philly Pass type R&B music. You know what I mean? Or coming from that Philadelphia sound, basically. A lot of people have asked what that they call Philly Pass, but I think musicians were calling that, which basically a lot of the tracks, especially like in the 70s, that were coming out of Philadelphia, they would use like the Rhodes, and they would do a lot of boom, 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 and they would use these really cool passing chords, like as many as they could do, and that you found typically like in gospel music. You know, all these, and if you really, really dig gospel music, especially live bands, man, they have a way of breaking down these doing chops together, the bass player, the keyboard players, and a lot of them are doing accents, and they're doing accents on chords that are like, I don't know, I can only just tell you, like they're ninths in, you know what I mean, and passing chords, and just different chords that really just evoke a really cool emotion. And that's what I hear in this song. When I hear these chords, it kind of takes me back to like springtime, that kind of thing. Now, the girl singing, who is that, Irene? Is that IU?
I was looking at the credits and she's not credited, but I'm guessing it's IU because in the next song is IU is singing, so maybe they did.
It sounds like her, but I mean, then
they
again,
did
I'm on
both at the
smaller
same
headphones,
time.
so
So
yeah. But I like it. I like it a lot, and it definitely has that "I'm so into you" breakdown kind of SWV vibe to it, and that's what I really dig about it the most. All right, continuity. So far, so good. The mastering is great job. What we got.
okay, so this is gonna be 1 second. This is gonna be People Part 2 featuring IU, and this actually has a music video, so we're gonna play the music video, and you're gonna do a double thing reaction to
Let's go.
the music video and the
The song.
actual track.
Let's run it.
해주고 싶었던 이야기였습니다.
Very cool. I mean, leaving yourself a message in a song like that, that's it's pretty dope. That's a really unique idea. Almost sounds like something I did in one of my inventions, but we won't get into that. Um, I remember this song live, and it was on IU's show, and she performed this, and I just remember not understanding this song at all. Like the lyrics, this is like the worst offender of that, like really bad English translation. Um, I just never understood it. Like literally, I can say that I don't know what they're talking about in this song. You know what I mean? Except for he clears it up at the end. Now at this moment, I'm starting to process. I'm like, okay, I get it to a degree. But overall, I think the song is amazing. Yet again, we're back into those really soulful chords, those augmented chords, those ninths, passing chords. I just really, really dig that kind of music. That's the kind of music that I'm used to. I grew up with that type of music. I grew up listening to that and also playing it because I was a drummer. And so, yeah, I really dig this dude's vibe. I dig the way that he's thinking and writing his tunes and producing. I think it's awesome. And IU to me, she not only is an amazing musician, but she's just got an amazing voice too. Like no one has her voice. There are a lot of singers out there, but I'm pretty good at detecting her voice because she just has this really, really sharp mid-tone tone to her. It really, really cuts through. So I'm a fan of her, and I'm a fan of the song, and and just for the fact that I wish I understood what was going on because the translations just don't do it justice. It's still a really, really good tune, and they sound great together. Absolutely great. All right, we are on what, seven? Number seven?
Yeah, this is gonna be 7. And just so I put out my little dissertation about the lyrics, just because I'm not an original English speaker, it's not my. I think I would probably understand it more than you do.
Probably, yeah. I just because you guys learn and process and speak English a little different than us Americans, so if it's
Yeah,
not spelled out, we don't have
I
enough
think I
creativity
think what
to.
he's saying is that the time is here, but it's already gone, meaning it's passing by, and nobody knows what's gonna happen. So basically, make the best out of this time because it's already gone.
Again, being deep, a little sad. But well, what can I say? I mean, again, we know that when he was doing this record, there was some shit going on in his life. So, hey, man, still good, still good stuff. All right, what do we got?
Okay, so this is gonna be number 7, and it's called Polar Night.
Cold night. All right,
Not cold night, polar night.
polar. I know. I'm saying that means it's cold, like really cold.
수많은 진실들과 수많은 거짓들 사이 당신은 깨끗한가
I love that. That's a really, really cool tune. That's definitely something I would have heard in Detroit back in the early 2000s at the Shelter in Detroit. Like on the typical Saturday night when Bushman was DJing in the main room. That's definitely a track that would have been played along with pretty much any being able to put that into and mix that into any Q-Tip, Wu-Tang Clan, like that kind of Far Side. uh, that's like all day long, like DJ Muggs and all that vibe. That really, it's I don't want to say LA vibe because LA has a vibe to it, but there's the overall LA vibe, right, in hip hop music, and then there's the Chicano vibe, which is the Mexican type of music, which there is a little bit of a difference when it comes to how they get down. Chicanos like their hip hop a little more old school. They definitely love Parliament and Roger Zapp, more bounce, that kind of stuff. Whereas this is really laid back city LA music. Like this is Watts, South Central, like on a Thursday evening heading over to get a Whataburger or something like that in Watts. You know what I mean? Like it has an LA thing to it. And I just really believe that it's a different type of hip hop in that way. You know what I mean? Because I'll make another example. You would say Wu Tang Clan, Wu Tang, more New York, whereas Cypress Hill is definitely LA. But the thing is that you could play Cypress stuff inside of like an East Coast set. So it mixed perfectly in with Wu Tang. It mixed perfectly in with a lot of the New York stuff. And even though those guys were straight out of Los Angeles, it still did really, really well. But it was a different type of hip hop than what they were used to doing in the Dr. Dre sound. So this kind of has that thing, and I just think that it's a good story. The lyrics are again, he's basically telling his enemies to go fuck themselves. And so I mean, he's got a lot of emotions in this record, and I appreciate that and I respect that. So yeah, really, really good. Again, mixed perfectly. Awesome stuff, man. Next
one is a interlude, and it's called Dawn.
Okay, let's go. I mean, it definitely has that Mutt Lang 1984 and now coming to stage from Great Britain, Def Leppard. It has that, especially that snare I mean, it just sounds like an arena sound. Like that track definitely would do well at an arena. And so, yeah, when it says it's an interlude, I can see him using that as an intro to a concert or to a song. Very cool. All right. And that was number 8. That went pretty quick. So now we're on number 9.
Right. This is number 9. You've already heard this before. I don't know if you remember it because it was your first ever agustd reaction. It's called Snooze, featuring Ruichi Sakamoto and Wusong from The Rose.
All right, let's go.
뭘 끄고 있는 당신의 등 뒤엔 그제서야 비로소 마음이 조금 놓여 Dream.
Deep song. I mean, I said it before because I remember reacting to this was that what really struck me with the song was him repeating, everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. It's like when you start to break down mentally, that's that part of you that's trying to help you. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. We've all done that before. It's like, okay, wait, let me try to process this. So it's deep. And a lot of these lyrics are deep. Again, the translations are a little loose, but I get it. And the fact that this happened, the video, if I'm not mistaken, was recorded him meeting this composer that he really, really liked. And the guy actually died very soon after, from my understanding. Well, that really affected him. But it's again, his album is so, this record is just so done correctly, like so done well. And it's just, again, I keep saying it, the continuity of it is just, it's brilliant. This song itself is really deep. It's dark. I love the fact the drums just keep cooking along and he's just doing his thing and laying out what he's needing to say with that. So it's cool. It's, again, a very, very deep tune, very sad. And, well, that seems to be the tone. That was the tone back then when he was doing this. So, all right, last tune, number 10. What is this one?
This one is Life Goes On. But before we go to the next one, I just want to say I really love Wusong's voice
In this track?
Yeah, the guy that sings. The guy that sings. Wow.
Yeah, I should have said something. He's at the top of his range in that chorus, but it sounds amazing. Like it was definitely meant for him to sing that song. And yeah, I love it. I love and the lyrics too, you know, being that when the petals fall, I'll cover
Mhm.
you. You know what I mean? And like it's just a really, really, really deep tune. All right, let's go. Last tune.
All right. This is called Life Goes On, and do not mistake it with Life Goes On, this song by BTS. This is Agust's Life Goes On.
All right, let's go. Very cool. I love that. Really, really good song for the end. The vibe at the end is really cool. There's no vocals or anything like that. He just kind of keeps it really cool, real simple. And I like the chords too. The chords, the whole song is just really simple. Drums are laying the groove, bass is doing the same thing, guitars are strumming away. Just gives a lot of space for him to do what he did, which is just to write an amazing song about how life just goes on. You know what I mean? Things I do like the line like this place at this point will become a memory as well. You know what I mean? And people are meant to be forgotten. And I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but I just think it's really cool. I think it's a really, really good tune. And from beginning to end, all I can say is that this record is dope. Um, it lightens up towards the last two tunes. I guess you could say that the last song definitely is a little lighter, but overall continuity, mix, master, great tune, great order of songs. Um, when I learn Korean, I'll definitely be listening to this again because I definitely want to hear more of the poetry that is these songs that I'm kind of missing in the translation. Other than that, what more can I say? Great record. He's an amazing dude, and I just wish this guy a happy birthday. I cannot wait to spend time with these guys when they come here to Barcelona. It's going to be amazing to see them in concert, and it's also going to be amazing to hang out with you, my Spanish army, or any of the other armies coming from different countries to catch the Spain show in Madrid. Man, if you see me out there, come talk to me, come holler at me. We're going to do some interviews. It's going to be fun. May even have a giveaway. I don't know. Irene's been talking about making something, some kind of a giveaway, and I think that's in order. I think it's cool to do stuff like that. I really dig it when we go to those concerts and we get free stuff like that. So I think it's time for us to pay back into the system. Wouldn't you say, Irene?
Sure. I just gotta know what do this army want?
Seems like they like the pictures. You know what I mean? Like the pictures and stuff like that. So we'll come up with something. It'll be really, really cool to come up with something. In any event, man, you guys, thank you for stopping out and hanging out. To my Patreon people, big hugs and kisses. Thank you for supporting me through
Where do you
this
think you're
journey.
going? You haven't even said anything about which one you like the best or anything.
You're right. I didn't. Before we get out of here, let me tell you what my favorite song is. It's going to be Hagum. Is that what it is? Hagum?
Hagum.
Hagum. Yeah. I like that
Mhm.
one. And not this last one, the one before.
Snooze, the one with
Snooze.
yeah.
Yeah. With the dude singing in the chorus. I think Hagum and Snooze are my favorite in this. I think just especially with Snooze because of the chorus, the way that the guy is singing is just real passionate, very emotional. And I can get with that. It resonates with me. But then again, it's hard to even really say that. But those two songs definitely stick out for me. And the rest of the album too is just from beginning to the end, it's definitely an album to experience. You know, again, it's a big compliment to say you don't just hear the record, you experience it. This is definitely an experience. It has that what's her name? Rachel Yamagata feel, happenstance. If you guys don't know who Rachel Yamagata is, she is a half American, half Japanese singer and writer, and she has an album called Happenstance that came out so long ago, but still today, that album is one of the best. And I got to see her live in Toronto, Canada, and that was one of the best sounding concerts I've ever been to. It's just amazing. But it definitely, it has that kind of a thing to it. That song, it kind of reminds me of that a lot. So other than that, folks, thank you for stopping by. And if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and put that notification bell on so you know the next time we do one of these album reviews. And we're going to be doing more of these. I think we're going to make this year a weekly thing or a bi-weekly. It's really up to the producer. But we're going to do more. Again, thank you to my Patreon people for supporting me. And we have some more stuff coming for you guys, my YouTube people. The same thing, man. You guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. The Frankie Biggz channel has grown. This has just done more than I thought it was ever going to do. And if you get a chance to go back to my very, very first video, I was like this record back then. I was like in a whole different mood. And now 2 years of doing reaction videos and you guys supporting me has gotten me out of my depression. It's made me happy, and I'm just in a really good place in my life. And it's because of your guys' support and your love. And yeah, even the haters too. Even haters need love too. So thank you to everybody, and we will talk to you guys later. Peace.